You're watching ABC4 News with Emily Flores, Courtney Johns, and Alana Brophy.
Thanks for staying with us. Self-esteem is a crucial part of a child's academic achievement, social relationships, and their ultimate sense of well-being. So how can we as parents help foster and care for our child's self-esteem during difficult situations? Well, today I'm joined by Bert Bruno from the Family Support Centers of Utah. Thank you for joining us here today, Bert.
Yes.
Okay, this is a topic that affects a lot of people. First off, how do you raise your child to have that healthy self-esteem when you're going through a separation or a divorce?
Well, we always hear that it's really important that parents don't talk bad about the other parent because the children care about that parent, and it affects them to hear them talk in a bad way. Well, so it goes a little deeper than that. So one of the things that we have found out, and that I use a lot in the therapy that I do, is that a child tends to see themselves as 50% the mom and 50% the dad. And so as parents are getting divorced or they're separating, a lot of times the same issues of why they're not wanting to be together, why they're frustrated with each other, has a lot to do with sometimes parenting. And so children seeing themselves half of each parent, then they need to know that each half is good. And so a lot of times when I'm working with families and parents, I kind of talk about that if one side of the family is kind of bashing the other side, then sometimes a child only feels like half of who they are is good instead of the full. So some of the things that we work on a lot that we'll do, especially when I'm doing family therapy, is that, let's say for example, one of the parents might even have a drug addiction or be in some trouble. Well, to be able to have the other parent still say that there's good qualities about that parent that this child may have, or that parent has, so that they can feel good about both halves. And so another thing that goes in line with that is that it's really important for each child to feel that each parent is proud of them. And so during a divorce, a separation, a custody battle, a lot of times there's tension between the parents, or one parent's trying to win custody over another parent, and things like that. And then you have other relatives saying, well, good thing you have your mom. The dad, hasn't been making good decisions, or vice versa. So it builds. So this way, when parents ask and you say, yeah, you want to make sure their self-esteem is good with both parents, even if you have concerns. And that way adults that have, maybe they need to vent a little bit, or
right,
frustration with the other parent, they can talk to other adults, they can vent, but not in front of the children.
Not in front of the child.
Yeah.
That goes so much deeper, you're right, that it really reflects on that child, the way you talk about that spouse. We only have a minute left. There are so many questions we can get into, Bert, but tell us, how can parents make custody battles easier for their children to handle?
Okay, so best if they don't have to go through that to begin with, but if it has to happen, sometimes parents have to do certain things to protect the children. But if they always be conscious of the fact that the child is still half that parent, then they can let the child vent about their own frustrations, but don't add to it. Just say, I'm sorry that happened, I'm sorry that's going that way. But then they can always talk about good qualities that parent had before they were struggling. Well, back before, boy, that parent was really good at being in tune to you and checking on you. And then qualities that the child has from that parent. They can be physical qualities, but it's even better if it's more personality qualities, like kindness or things like that. And if if one parent's having a hard time coming with positive about the other parent, you could even go to a family member, or the uncle or the aunt on that side. They have these really good qualities, and we've noticed that you have some of those.
Bert, there is so much we can share. Where can people go for more information? Because we have just skimmed the surface.
Okay, so utahfamilies.org is a place where they could look that up. They could contact me also in Price, Utah. The Children's Justice Center is kind of an extension through that. Okay. And they could get a hold of me through the local CJC.
I see why you're a therapist. You have a very calming presence. You can hear that. Tell us again, Bert Bruno from the Family Support Centers of Utah. We appreciate your time here today. More information, you see the website right there on your screen, utahfamilies.org. Thanks again, Bert.
Thank you.